Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. Welcome to the St. Francis Prep Virtual College Fair. My name's Matt. I'm going to be your facilitator for the session today. We have a great lineup of schools that you're going to hear from. Just a couple housekeeping announcements for attendees. A reminder that your camera and your microphone are off, so the panelists can't see or hear you. If you have any questions, you can use the Q&A button that you see on your screen, and I recommend posting those questions at any time. Our panelists will answer them when they can. And a reminder that this session, as well as all the sessions before this, are being recorded, and they will be available in a few days at strivescan.com/SFP. So if you missed any info, you'll be able to hear it. We do have a slight change in the schedule. I know MCPHS University is scheduled to go first. They're actually just going to be going at the end. So I would like to introduce our first presenter from Lemoyne College.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm just going to get my screen ready. I'm hopeful that all of you can see my screen, but I'm going to start with an introduction of myself. My name is Mary Walsh, and I am the Regional Recruitment Manager for Lemoyne College, which is based in Syracuse, New York. Even though Lemoyne is located in Syracuse, which is about four and a half hours from St. Francis Prep, I'm actually regional, which means that I'm based in the Metro New York City area. So in this picture, you're going to see a little aerial view of our campus. Lemoyne College is a Jesuit liberal arts college located in the heart of upstate New York. We are in the college town suburbs of Syracuse. Here is a picture of our 160-acre campus, which is also known as the Heights. We are located on a hill, hence the term Heights. Lemoyne College is really gives students the best of both worlds. So one of the things that we love to talk about is being a small liberal arts Jesuit college, but really having a big college town at our back door. Our neighbor Syracuse University is only about 3 miles from Lemoyne's campus. In addition, we have several upstate, we have SUNY Upstate Medical and an assortment of dozens of other colleges within a half hour to an hour of Lemoyne's campus. Upstate New York is a great place to be right now, especially with all of the outdoor activities that students are enjoying, hiking. We have a lot of different neighborhoods. In the wintertime, we offer winter sports as well. So that's something that if you are traveling to the upstate New York region, you definitely want to take a look and see all of the different festivals and activities for students to partake in. So one of the things that I mentioned in the beginning is that Lemoyne is a Jesuit college. What does it mean to be part of a Jesuit family? Many of you may be familiar with some of the other New York Jesuit schools. We are one of 27 Jesuit institutions in the United States. We are all joined by a mission, and that is to educate students to be men and women for and with others. One of the things that I like to say about being part of a Jesuit family is that we are helping students find not just their career purpose, but what's their human purpose. You'll hear terms like cura personalis, which means care for the whole person, educating students' mind, body, and spirit. So those are some of the common themes that you would find at Lemoyne, as well as other Jesuit institutions. We are also part of a family of Jesuit schools, about 190 globally, which means for study abroad opportunities, students have multiple options. And if you find a place that you want to go to that Lemoyne does not have available, we will typically partner with one of our Jesuit sister schools. So we are about 2,800 students undergrad. And what that means is the class sizes are typically not going to be more than 20 to 25 students in a class. We have over 40 different majors for students to choose from. Some of the most popular majors at Lemoyne would be business, biology, psychology, criminology, education, and we have several different partnership programs. Within Lemoyne's college, we have 3 different colleges, but what that means is that you don't typically have to apply into those colleges when you're submitting your application. Students have the opportunity to really be flexible and take classes across all of those boards. Some of our more popular direct entry programs do require you to indicate on your application if you are interested in our nursing program, our direct entry physician's assistant program, occupational therapy, or physical therapy. That is something that we would encourage. I love the fact that we're a liberal arts school. So we help students really discern what it is that they want with their career. So many students come in undecided, or they can change their major. We don't require students to declare a major until the end of their sophomore year. The other thing that we love about Lemoyne is the campus life. It's a residential campus. 85% of the students that are at Lemoyne live on campus. We have 9 different residence halls, and we have guaranteed housing for students from freshman year all the way through senior year. There are opportunities for students to get involved in clubs. As I'm sure you know, we all have a variety of clubs to offer, but we want you to really explore and connect with people through interactions outside of the classroom. Moyne College is Division II in athletics. We are in the Northeast 10 division, and that's something too. If you are interested in athletics, you don't necessarily have to come to Lemoyne for Division II athletics, but we also offer club and intramural as well. So I'm going to just quickly touch upon our application process. You might hear the word holistic in when you're interacting with colleges, and that's something in the past year and a half you will hear more and more. Lemoyne educates the whole student. It's a holistic education. So when I'm reviewing applications, I'm looking at the whole student, not just your GPA, but also your interactions that you've had as well. So those are some of the things that I really encourage you to take the opportunity to get to know the colleges across all those levels through interviews, as well as other opportunities and open houses. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much. And next, we will hear from Monmouth University.
All right, let me just go ahead and share my screen. Awesome. So good evening, everyone. My name is Laura Yankowski. I'm an admission counselor over at Monmouth University, and I'm going to share some information today with you all about Monmouth. Also, I want to be a resource to you all throughout this process. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, editorial remarks, anything at all, please feel free to let me know. I'm going to drop my information in the chat function at the very end of this. So I definitely want to stay connected after the presentation is over. So just to share some numbers about the university, we consider ourselves a small, medium-sized campus composed of roughly 4,400 undergraduate students, 1,500 graduate students. Average class size is 21 students per class with a 12-to-1 student to staff ratio. And close to 75% of our professors have the highest degree possible in their field. So we really value our small class sizes because that is where you're going to have the ability to make the connections with the professors, actually have those meaningful conversations. So our class maximum size is 35 students per class. So what does this mean for you? This means the professor will know your name. They will know what you're majoring in. They will know whether or not you're there that day. So if you're looking to have those deep conversations, really be mentored by our faculty, we might be a good fit. Also, with 75% of our, close to 75% of our professors having the highest degree possible in their field, they're learning about new technologies, new laws, new best practices, and gathering that information and bringing it into the classroom and sharing it with you all. Our location plays a key part in who we are. So we are right off the Jersey Shore. We're 1 mile away from the beach. We do have beachfront residence halls for our juniors and seniors. We're only about an hour away from New York, 45-minute ride via ferry, and we're about an hour and a half from Philly. We're not too far from Asbury Park, which is a major cultural hub, and we have our recording studios, Lake House Recording Studios over in Asbury Park, and then we're also relatively close to Red Bank as well, that has the Center of the Arts, Art House Film Stop, Bowtie Cinema, just to name a few locations. This is all of the majors that we have available at the university, including our pre-professional advising program and our specialty programs. With Monmouth University, over 50% of our students come in undecided. So with the exception of our specialty programs, you can explore your majors as much as you like until the end of your sophomore year. At the end of your sophomore year, we will ask that you declare a major, but This really gives you a chance by being able to explore, take those general education requirements to see what you're truly passionate about before having to declare that major. So if you have no idea what you want to major in, such as myself, I changed my major 6 times before I graduated. There's definitely the opportunity for you to explore that, take classes that are going to count towards graduation while you're figuring out what you're passionate about. We have over 100 different clubs and organizations on campus. Last time I counted, it was 129 different clubs and organizations. So it's a great chance for you to explore a few different things that you might enjoy, be passionate about. We have cultural-based clubs, leadership-based clubs. We have for fun-based clubs. We have major-oriented clubs. So we have everything from our Blue Hawk Record Studios, which is a group of students who makes, mixes, and produces their own music, all the way to our Veterans Association, to our Black Student Union, to our a cappella group, C Sharp. We have Surf Club and Surf Team. We also have intramural clubs and sports as well, and we are Division I athletics. We have 24 different Division I athletics teams. We have most recently added women's rowing to this list. I have not had the chance to update this slide. So 24 Division I athletics. We're a part of the NCAA. And one of the things that I really value about the university is that because of our small class sizes, you're probably going to know a Division I athlete or someone who's in the pep band or the dance team or the cheer team who perform at most of our Division I games for football and basketball. So a lot of times our students will just go to these games because they'll know some of the players or the people who are supporting them. And generally the student section is filled about 15 to 20 minutes after the game starts. So if you're looking for a lot of school spirit, we definitely have it here, even if you're not a Division I athlete. So to cover a little bit more about our application, we only need 5 items, possibly 6, in order for your application to be complete for the university. We're a member of the Common App, so you can add Monmouth University to your Common App or the application on our website. Makes absolutely no difference which way you decide to apply. There's a $50 application fee. We're going to need your official high school transcript, at least 1 letter of recommendation. That letter of recommendation can come from a teacher, guidance counselor, community member, coach, anyone that is not family that would be able to speak to your character. We're going to need your 650-word Common App essay, and we are SAT optional for the next 2 years. So you can indicate on the application whether or not you would like us to look at your SAT scores or to not look at your SAT or ACT scores. So indicating that on the application will then let us know which way you would like to apply. We also have 3 different deadline dates available for you all. We have our early action deadline date, which is binding November 15th. Early decision, which is binding November 15th, early action, which is non-binding December 1st, also the deadline date for all of our specialty programs, and then regular decision is March 1st. And I would like to thank you all so much for joining me here today. Definitely come and visit us for a tour. We have our open house on October 10th, the Sunday of Columbus Day weekend, and I'll be dropping my information in chat. Thank you all so much.
Great, thanks so much. And next we will hear from New England College.
Hey everybody. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. Perfect. Awesome. So thanks so much for joining us tonight. We're really excited to have you here. Can't wait to share some details about New England College. So we are a private nonprofit school located in Henniker and Manchester, New Hampshire. We have undergraduate degrees, graduate and PhD programs. We are about 15 minutes away from the state capital of New Hampshire, which is Concord, 90 minutes from Boston, about 4 hours from New York City, Montreal. And one of the kind of neat features about New England College is that we actually have a ski mountain right next to our campus, and all students get to ski for free. So your season pass is your student ID. We're all about outdoor recreation. The campus, as you can see, is in a rural area. So we just have a beautiful outdoor scenery, all kinds of fun things going on with our students. Quick facts about the school. We have about 1,300 undergrad students living on campus in traditional housing. about 2,200 graduate students between online and on campus. We are the most diverse student body in the state of New Hampshire at 36% ethnic diversity. Our students hail from all 50 states and 28 different countries. Our ratio of male-female is about 51% men, 49% women. And one of the statistics that we're really proud of is we have a 97% job and grad school success rate. So many of our students go directly into graduate school, which they can write at NEC, or find placement within their field of study. We have over 60 undergraduate programs available, so all kinds of different options. These divisions are in the art and design, humanities, education, management, and natural and social sciences. We have a whole bunch of different subsets to that. Education is one of our major programs, so you can be certified in elementary or secondary with a variety of specializations. We have a lot of art and sciences programs. The Institute of Art and Design, which is in Manchester, is an art-specific school. It was actually built in 1898. It's always been an art school the entire time, and it's the largest and oldest art school in the state of New Hampshire. So we offer study abroad. That's one of the mission statements of the college, is to try to get students out of the classroom into the real world. So we do both study abroad and course sections that are travel-based. That involves a 2-week trip to various locations around the world. Students do not have to pay any extra fees for that. It's built into the tuition, and we offer those every semester. Often your faculty advisor will help kind of guide you in the direction of the most appropriate course section based on your major. Some of those study away trips include, coral reef ecosystems in Belize, law enforcement in Washington, D.C. You can see there's quite a variety here, but again, one of the mission statements of New England College is let's get our students out of the classroom into the real world, give them experiences that they will remember the rest of their life. We are Division III. We have a large variety of athletic programs. Even for our size, we have an NHL-sized hockey rink right on campus. Beautiful facilities that our students have access to. Many of our students participate in athletics. So over 50% of our student body participate in one of our Division III athletic programs. As you can see, we have a really wide variety. Everything again from hockey, lacrosse to rugby and skiing. And again, with that ski mountain 4 minutes away from campus, students have great access to that, and it is a free offering for them. On-campus housing consists of 11 different dorms. These range in really different dorm types. So we have everything from suites where you have your own private bedroom, apartment style living, and traditional dorms. So really just something for everyone. And part of that onboarding process is to make your preferences. And we work really closely to match those preferences to help students feel comfortable and engaged with their living arrangement. Many of the different things on campus include, a lot of different programs to, again, try to engage students, get them involved, everything from student involvement, student conduct, residence life, all different kinds of things that you can get involved with on campus. The clubs and organizations list you can see here, that's kind of what I was just referencing. So really just a really wide variety. We launched esports recently too as well. That was last year. We invested the most in the state of New Hampshire in our esports arena. That's really blown up in popularity, but there's really something for everyone. We really support students even developing their own clubs and organizations. Our student government will fund new clubs and organizations based on student survey. So we have a wide variety of support services as well on campus. We have a tutoring center on campus that's staffed by professional tutors, not peer-to-peer. That's a free service that's built into your tuition. We have a mentoring program that's very unique. There is a fee base for that, but it involves a credentialed counselor that you can meet with weekly to discuss, the college experience, and also that individual connects with both faculty and parents to keep that whole communication loop. We have an advising model that includes faculty and a dedicated academic advisor, and many of our students do go on into graduate school. The application process is rolling, so you can apply at any time of the year. We do not have an application fee. You can apply right on our website. We have a scholarship range of 18 to 32K. So all students that apply and are accepted receive a scholarship. And we do try to complete our application turnaround fairly quickly in 2 to 3 weeks. We do have financial aid counselors that will work with you directly and guide you through the process. And we're really excited again that you joined us this evening. If you would like to check out NEC, you can right on our website, which is www.nec.edu. And again, we don't have an application fee. So we'd love to see some applications for this coming fall. Thank you so much.
Great, thank you. And next we will hear from Felician University.
Hi, guys, my name is Samantha Montalvo. I'm an assistant director of undergraduate admissions here at Felician University. And let's just jump in and get started since we have to move through everything pretty quickly. So here at Felician, we're a four-year private Catholic college. Our student body is really diverse, not only in religion, but ethnicity as well. So it's a very comfortable, welcoming space to be in. We are very close to New York City. We are right next to MetLife Stadium, if you know where that is, and the Meadowlands. We are a smaller school, so we have about 2,400 students in total. And we are accredited by the Middle States Association of Colleges and Schools. So I want to really quickly share with you some quick facts. We are test optional. We have 60+ majors and minors. We were voted the #1 safest campus in New Jersey. We have 95% of our graduates are either employed or in a graduate program, so really good outlook once you graduate. And we're a big commuter school, which means a lot of our students drive to and from campus, but we do have dorms and freshmen do get priority dorming. Here at Felician, we have 4 schools. We have the School of Business, the School of Education, the School of Nursing, and the School of Arts and Science. I will go through kind of the bigger points that matter for each school. So the School of Business, we have accounting, administration, marketing, management, cybersecurity, computer science. But what's really cool about our School of Business is everything's offered a 1-year MBA completely online. Our School of Education, we have 3 tracks. We have early education, elementary, and secondary education. The big takeaway from this school is that no matter what track a student chooses to study, they will leave Felician with their degree, but also a certification in special education and teaching students with disabilities, which makes you much more marketable when you look for a position. We also put students in the classroom sophomore year. Nursing is our big one. We have an NCLEX pass rate of 90, which is the nursing licensure exam. And we do have a hospital replica on our campus. Nursing is also the only program that we have a deadline for, which is February 14th. So Valentine's Day, and a limited amount of seats. So if students are interested in nursing, they should get their apps in early. Our School of Arts and Science has a little bit of everything art, right? Biology, a lot in the medical field. Communications, criminal justice is a big one. Esports is a big one. And psychology as well, which also has a master's attached to it. We are D2, so these are all the sports that we offer, and there is the possibility to negotiate athletic scholarship as well. Baseball is probably our most popular sport. But speaking of scholarship, everyone at Felician does receive a scholarship. It's based on GPA. So if you're accepted, it's not if you're going to get money, just how much. So you can see here, our scholarships range from $5,000 all the way up to $20,000, and they renew each year. The application process is very simple. Like I said before, we are rolling admissions for basically everything we offer, except nursing. Nursing has that deadline, but if you're not nursing, you just need to fill out an application either on our website or through Common App and send us your transcript, and that's pretty much it. For nursing, we do require all of the works, personal essay, letters of recommendation, and test scores still. And we are taking TEAS tests as an alternative to SATs and ACTs. And that is pretty much it. So thank you.
Great, thank you so much. And next we will hear from Russell Sage University.
Awesome, thank you. Let me share my screen. Hi, everyone. My name is Megan Brusso. I am an admissions rep at Russell Sage College. If you don't know Russell Sage College, we are located in the Capital Region. We have two campuses. We have one campus in Troy, New York, and we have another campus in Albany, New York. I always like to say it's kind of the best of both worlds. The campuses are similar in the sense of class sizes, things along those lines. However, completely different in terms of environment and surrounding. So for example, if you picture yourself going to a college that is, the big green quad, has all the sports fields, kind of everything along those lines, that is our Albany campus. Whereas maybe you're interested in the brownstones or the city-like feel, the coffee shops that you can walk to, that is our Troy campus. Best of both worlds, where you can go back and forth between the two. You can take classes at either, and you can kind of decide where you want to live based on preferences as well. What I'm going to do now is, instead of sharing some slides, I was actually going to just share some videos, because while there's a lot of information, I think these videos actually do a much better job of just kind of giving you the overall arching, aspects of Russell Sage. So hopefully we can all hear this, and I will play the video.
Hey, Megan, we're just not able to hear the videos. Did you share your sound?
So actually, no worries. Let me pause this. I did share my sound. Apologies there. To be honest, this video doesn't have sound, so I can actually talk over it as it's playing. So let me then just give it a start over, and we'll go from there. What this video is actually just showing is just some of our fun facts or fast facts. We have about 2,400 students in total. Our student to faculty ratio is 11:1. We have about a 16 average class size, meaning you really get a lot of hands-on experience with your professors. We have about 50 programs, that's including our graduate and doctoral programs. We are Division III and part of the Empire 8 division. And the kind of really big thing about Russell Sage is that we actually have 100% participation in internships, service learning, or research, and then 100% placement after, in terms of graduate school, job offerings, and so forth. There's a couple other facts that are just kind of being shown here as well. I'll pause that. The other things that we just kind of want to talk about is Russell Sage, we're known for a handful of things. We have a handful of different majors and programs. We go everywhere from nursing, childhood education, business. We have criminal justice, law, and society. All of those majors are kind of unique in their own sense. However, the one key arching thing about all of them is that you do have the ability to do either an internship, a research program, or clinicals, depending on the program that you're in. We try to get those started your junior year, so that students have the ability to start taking those, start going on those different internships and kind of learning from them. A lot of the times that is where students will actually get those job offers afterwards. Russell Sage also has a really great graduate program. We have at least 40 different graduate options, everywhere from nurse practitioner, OT and PT, so occupational therapy and physical therapy. We also have options for additional childhood education and areas kind of, et cetera, in terms of business and criminal justice. Unfortunately, if my other videos aren't working, I won't show those, but I guess I'll just kind of wrap it up right now and just say that, we do have very similar common application options where you apply via the Common App. It is free to do so. We do require 3 areas. We require your transcripts. We require your 1 letter of recommendation, again, from a guidance counselor or a teacher, and then your personal essay that will be required, and again, around 600 words for that. If you do have any questions or anything I can help answer, please let me know. We're happy to follow up however needed. Thanks.
Great. Thank you so much. And lastly, we will hear from MCPHS University.
All right. I'm just gonna go ahead and share my screen. All right, so hi everyone. My name is Hannah Mackey and I'm one of the admissions counselors here at MCPHS on our Boston campus. I'm really excited to be talking with you all tonight about our school. So first and foremost, we are a comprehensive healthcare university. So we have over 100 different undergraduate programs that span all of healthcare. So if you are remotely interested in healthcare at all, we have a program for you. What's great about our campus is that while there may be students studying many different things ranging from dental hygiene to optometry to physical therapy to nursing, what's great about our campus community is that all of our students are passionate about helping others and about healthcare. We were founded back in 1823, so we've been around for a long time and are quickly approaching our 200th anniversary, which is really exciting. We're actually the oldest institution for higher education in the city of Boston, which is really neat. We enroll more than 7,000 students, and they come from all 50 states and over 70 different countries. And those students are across all three of our campuses on Boston, Worcester, and Manchester. And because of our location, we are located right in the Longwood medical area in Boston. So that allows us to have really strong clinical affiliations with some of the world's greatest medical institutions, including Brigham Women's, Mass Gen, Boston Children's, Dana-Farber. They're quite literally all right down the street from us. So our students are there, they're doing their internships, research, and clinicals, which is really, really great. So here are some of our more popular programs. On the left side of the screen, you will see the School of Dental Hygiene, School of Nursing, and our School of Medical Imaging and Therapeutics. These are our accelerated programs. So it's a 3-year accelerated program for all of these. Essentially, that means that you'll just be taking classes through the fall, spring, and summer semesters to get you on that accelerated track. On the right side of the screen, you're looking at the School of Pharmacy, the School of Arts and Sciences, and our School of Healthcare Business. So for the most part, these are our 4-year Bachelor's of Science degrees, your more traditional programs, with the exception of our flagship program, which is the 6-year direct entry Doctor of Pharmacy program. In addition to the accelerated programs and our more traditional programs, we also offer unique pathways. So these are really great because you'll get a combined degree, you'll get your Bachelor's of Science as well as a doctorate or a master's. So we offer Doctor of Physical Therapy, Doctor of Optometry, as well as Master of Physician Assistant Studies and Master of Science in Occupational Therapy. So for these pathway programs, you'll start for the first 3 years for all these programs on our Boston campus. If you're in our pre-med PA pathway, you will finish on our Boston campus with us for those 6 years. And for the other programs, you might be heading off to our Worcester or Manchester campus, depending on the program. If you have any specific questions about any of these programs, I'm happy to follow up with you afterwards. So a little bit about how we are committed to your success. So 91% of our faculty hold terminal degrees in their field. So this means they have the highest degree possible in their field. They've gone through the programs, they've worked at these clinical sites, and they've done research, but they are back on our campus and choose to teach our students because they truly have a passion for teaching. We also have a number of student success services, including faculty mentors, academic coaches, peer tutors, peer mentors. They're all there to help you succeed. A little bit about campus life. So we are located right in Boston, like I mentioned, in the Longwood medical area. So Boston is really your campus, which is really great. Our students love being there. It's a great college area. We have more than 100 different student organizations, and there's ample opportunities to volunteer, shadow, and participate in research in the Longwood medical area. We also offer study abroad opportunities. We realize that a lot of students, that's a large part of their college experience. So we want to make sure that our students have those opportunities as well. So we have students doing service learning, travel courses, even clinical rotations abroad. So a little bit about where we're located. Like I mentioned, we're right in Boston, and we are part of the colleges of the Fenway. So we're located right in the Fenway neighborhood. So these are some of the colleges that are also located in the Fenway neighborhood. So we are part of a consortium of 5 colleges, which includes us, Emmanuel College, Massachusetts College of Art and Design, Simmons University, and Wentworth Institute of Technology. So through the colleges of the Fenway, that allows us to share a lot of resources. So we sort of have that feeling of a small school at MCPHS where we're more specialized and focused in the health sciences, but also that feeling of being a large university because we are part of the colleges of the Fenway and able to share our resources with some of these institutions. So for example, you're able to cross-register for free for different classes through the COF. So for example, if you're interested in taking an art or photography class, you could cross-register for free at Mass College of Art and Design. We also share a number of student clubs and organizations, including performing arts and intramural sports through the COF as well. So on-campus housing, I think there's a big misconception that we don't offer on-campus housing. We definitely do. On-campus housing is guaranteed for all of our first-year students. It's really, really great. We offer 3 different styles of housing. So that's apartment style, suite style, and traditional style. For our suite and apartment style housing options, those have kitchens. So you'd be on a half meal plan. And then if you're in the traditional style, you'll be on a full meal plan. Our housing is very safe and convenient. Again, it's right, two of our residence halls are actually right on campus. So you'd be right there. And then finally, how to apply. We are on the Common App. There is no application fee to apply. We will ask for an official high school transcript, 2 essays, the Common App essay and an MCPHS specific essay, and then a letter of recommendation. And then finally, we are test optional, so no need to send your SAT or ACT scores. And thank you all again.
All right, great. Thank you so much. So now we're at the end of our presenters, but I would like to invite all of our panelists back on cam if they'd like. I'm going to pose a few questions, see how much time we have left, but just to give everyone the opportunity to talk a little bit more about their experience in the field and their universities. So I'll give everyone about 20-30 seconds to answer each question, and we'll go in presentation order. But the first question is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? We will start up at the top with Lemoyne College.
So thank you, Matt. I would say one of the biggest pieces of advice I would be offering is to get to know the colleges. Like just by coming to this and signing into this tonight, you're getting a little bit of insight into the personalities of each of us. It can be so overwhelming. So just take your time, and your search will evolve as long as you stay in touch and you get to learn about us and we get a chance to learn about you.
Great. Monmouth University.
Awesome. I would say my piece of advice would be visiting, physically going to the university and taking a visit, going on tour. If you're someone who doesn't know what they want to major in, really having the ability to try to envision yourself on campus. If you could see yourself sitting at that desk in class or sitting at that table in the cafeteria or the dining hall is going to be so, so important. You'll have that gut feeling if you don't know exactly what you want to major in.
Great. New England College.
Yeah, so I would say get out of your comfort zone, to be honest. You know, this is going to be an experience that you'll remember the rest of your life. So, you know, when you're approaching this, think about it in that way. Don't sell yourself short. You know, your dreams are limited only by yourself. So if there's, you know, that destination school or something that you have interest in, but you're like, no, I can't do that, go for it, do it. That's my advice.
Great. Felician University.
I was going to say the same thing as Monmouth University, to visit if you can, because if you can't see yourself somewhere for 4 years, then you probably don't want to go there. And I know some universities are far, you can't get to them. So check out their virtual content and try to envision yourself there as well.
Russell Sage University.
Thanks. Very similar to what everyone said, but I always say there's kind of 2 big things when it comes to picking your college. Is you got to find a college that has a couple of options. You know, you may come in and you say, you know, you want to be a nursing student, or you know, you want to get into education. And then you get to college and things change, and your thoughts change and your opinions change. So go to a school that has a couple of things that you could see yourself, you know, being interested in, and the paths that you can go down. And then same thing with visiting. I always say you're going to know as soon as you walk on campus. You're either going to like it or you're not going to like it. You can't always explain why, but you have that gut feeling, and that is a really good thing to go off of.
And lastly, we will end with MCPHS University.
Sure. So just to echo sort of what everyone else has said, take advantage of your resources, get to campus if you can. If you can't engage virtually, ask questions, talk to students, talk to admissions counselors. There are so many of us that want to make sure you end up, where you're meant to be. So definitely take advantage of those resources.
Great, thanks. I know the last few reps, they always kind of have to repeat or come up with a new answer because everyone already took them. So I apologize that you guys had to go last. But now let's talk a little bit more about your schools. What's one thing you want students to remember about your school? Starting up again at the top with Lemoyne College.
So one of the things that I would love to tell students really is about Lemoyne is about the community. And that's something it's really hard to see when you're just looking at materials or looking at the websites, but walk through the campus, get a sense of the students, how friendly they are. And that is something that I would want you to experience and just have that sort of connection with people that have gone through the same thing that you're going through too.
Great. Monmouth University.
One thing I would really want people to take away from Monmouth University is that Monmouth University, you really have the chance to build your own personalized educational experience with our internships, with the fact that you can explore your passions through our general education requirements and have all of that count towards graduation. With the mentoring and the ability to be able to do research as well at the university, you really are able to create your own educational experience.
Great. New England College.
So I would say it's probably like our placement rate. So I mean, we have a 97% rate of students either going on to grad school, whether it's internally or at a different school, or getting a career placement within their field of study. So that speaks pretty highly to us working really closely with our students and having a lot of support figures on campus. So it's a pretty safe bet if you're willing to get to know your teachers and learn who they are as individuals and, experience college as a shared experience with your faculty.
Great. Felician University.
Yeah, so it's been said before, but community definitely for Felician because we are a smaller school. So we're just very attentive and we understand that, especially for, seniors coming out of high school, the transition process can be a little rocky and there's always people here to support you. And I've seen so many of our faculty and staff go out of their way, so far out of their, job description to help students along and make sure that they feel a part of our community and supported all the way up to graduation.
Awesome. Russell Sage University.
Awesome. Yeah, I think our biggest thing at Russell Sage is the fact that we do also have a 100% internship, research, or clinical option within your junior and senior year. So depending on your major, depending on what you're studying, it will determine if it's the clinical side of it versus the internship side of it. But we do have that option. And I think that is just the greatest opportunity for students to get in there, see what they like, see what they don't like. And then a lot of the times that's always where you get those job offers after.
Great. And lastly, MCPHS University.
Absolutely. So I guess one thing to remember is that, we are a health sciences school. We are focused in healthcare. So if you want to go into healthcare, you want to be a nurse or a doctor, physician's assistant, dental hygienist, Boston is a great place to be. And we are getting our students out in those clinical rotations in some of the best hospitals in the entire world. So if that's what you want to do, like I said, Boston's a great place and we are giving our students the support services to get there and be successful in the field.
All right. Thank you, everyone. That is all the time we have for today. So I want to thank everyone for joining us. Our panelists, thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedules. And for our attendees, thank you for joining us as well. I know you guys are busy too. So thank you, everyone. Attendees, when you close out of here, there will be a quick 5-question survey. If you wouldn't mind filling that out, that helps us make improvements on our events. And we love to hear your feedback. So we appreciate that in advance. And just a reminder that this session and all of our sessions tonight were recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/SFP. And those recordings will be available in a few days. So thank you again, everyone, for joining us, and please enjoy the rest of your day.